Do you feel that your relationship is moving too fast? In today's podcast, Sissy and I, we're going to go over some of the things that you can pay attention to determine if it's moving too fast and what you could do to possibly slow it down. So stay tuned.
Hey, blissful friends, welcome back guys to another episode, y'all. I'm your girl Cece and I'm joined by my hubby. What's up, babe?
Hey, this is Will and welcome back to another episode of the Blissology Podcast. If this is your first time with us, please remember to subscribe and hit on the notification bell so you can be notified when we put out these videos. Now, this is a weekly podcast, and in this podcast, Sissy and I, we talk about
love, life, family, relationships. Y'all know what we do here, so we are glad to have you here with us this weekend. Beep, 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 beep. Y'all, I am not drunk. I'm just saying. I'm just, feeling myself. Like Beyonce say, I'm feeling myself.
See what I got to put up with?
Listen.
Anyway, so before we get into the topic of the day, we'd like to go into what we call our blissful moments. And believe me, she had a blissful moment. So yeah, let's get into it.
Y'all, blissful moment with my mother what was it, on Friday? Yesterday was insane, y'all. Insane. My mother went on and talked about, when you're married, you should take care of your husband. So other chick, you know what's going on out there. So other girls won't be taking care of your man. She's like, don't be wearing pants to go to bed. Don't be wearing tight stuff to go to bed. Make sure you're free when you go to sleep. Y'all, this lady, she is something else. And my husband was here. He wasn't like there when we were talking. I wasn't
listening to the conversation.
But there's something that us black people, we do where we on the phone. We don't just be on the phone. We are on speaker where it's like...
It's like in everybody's conversation.
Everybody, right.
I can't stand when people do that in public.
Yes, that I don't like. But yes, my husband was out. He was in the kitchen, listening to our conversation. He was like, "Mommy, you all right?" It was so good. It was so good, y'all. It was so good. And I was talking to my mom. I was telling her that, sometimes I don't want to, if I'm not in the mood. She was like, well, there's other ways. And I was like, Ma? It's like, okay. Y'all, but it's here's the thing about when you are comfortable talking to your daughter or your mom about these type of conversations. My parents, my mom, my dad, they are really open, when it comes
having those type of conversations.
Yeah.
That's good.
Don't you agree, baby? Because
it don't work out for me.
Wait, what did my dad say last Tuesday when we were at their house? Talking about the glass door and all that. When you're in the shower, your wife is coming home and you see her butt naked. I was like, Dad.
He was speaking the truth.
Yeah.
If you go like this, I should know exactly what you mean.
And I truly feel like we as parents, we should feel comfortable to talk to our child, to our daughter.
Well, they have to be at the right age.
At the right age, of course. Yes, I didn't have that when I was younger. And of course, because I'm married now, my mom and I, she's more open to talk to me about these type of
stuff.
And mind you, y'all, we were on the phone for over an hour. Okay. She is not afraid. She's not ashamed. She's like, listen, you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you feel... person. But I think there's some grown people out there that their parents still don't feel comfortable to talk to them about, when it comes time to take care of your man or your woman. I'm just saying.
That's right? Them.
But, the juice was so good, and... I'm just saying, I feel like I need to bring my mom on the podcast because this lady has so much wisdom and she can share some of this wisdom with y'all, but it's going to have to be in Creole. And you're going to have to Google whatever she said, or we'll just put Will there as a translator, so he'll just translate for y'all. But it was good. It was good. And I was like talking to her, and I'm like, give me more. I want to hear more. And yeah, it's never like, it's never enough for me when I'm talking to my mom. It's never enough. We always got to have stuff to say. My husband sometimes, but like, did you talk to your mom like 15 minutes ago or an hour ago or 2 hours ago? Why y'all still talking? Because we got stuff to say. My dad, I be calling my dad. He doesn't want to talk.
He doesn't have time to keep chit-chatting.
He'll just say,
tell you what he needs and move on.
Has the husband, and then everybody else is good. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow. But y'all, like I said, it's good. I have 2 daughters, and I can see me doing the same thing for my girls or with my girls when they get older. You know, when they are at a age where we can have that conversation.
Because right now, I don't think they are years away from this conversation.
They're years. It's talking about college and married life. But it's always good to start early too, because people out there be, you know, showing our children things that they're not supposed to be looking at an early age. Right? So that's my blissful moment, y'all. Listen, and I'm feeling myself today. I don't know what's going on, but the Lord is just like, I got you, girl. Listen, I'm feeling myself, okay? Don't be hating. What's your blissful moment, baby? What's your blissful moment?
Your moment was blissful enough that I don't have one.
Oh, my goodness. I truly feel like you got some part of the blissful moment earlier.
Yes, and I'm hoping this weekend that I get more of that, whatever advice that your mother gave you.
Okay.
That I benefit from.
All right, y'all. Listen.
Anyway, so let's get into the topic of the day, which is, do you feel that your relationship is moving too fast?
Yes.
And if so, how can you tell and how can you slow it down?
Yeah. Moving too fast is never a good thing. Let me start by saying this, because sometimes you find yourself at the start of a relationship and you're thinking, am I moving too fast? And I feel like, babe, if you are asking yourself that question, then you probably are moving too fast.
Most likely. I mean, there would be things that will cause you to ask that. Maybe things that you expected to happen maybe 2 months down the road, and you find yourself doing them now.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just get caught in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, you feel good, you feel pressured, and you kind of go with the flow. And
I'll tell you this, if I am with you and I feel like we're moving too fast, I'm going to feel like it's a turn off. Well, it can be a turn off.
To some people, yes. Because if you're moving fast, but my goal is to really fill you out.
Right.
Is I'm going to get turned off by it.
Yeah. For me, absolutely, it'll be a turn off. Because I'm like, listen, you want to come to my house. Now you want to do this and you want to do that. I will probably end. Either I end it or I put a pause into it.
And this is why it's important to be a friend. You know, start from friendship before leading into romance. Or you can go the other way if you're nuts. But it's good to have that friendship, because that allows you to get to learn about this person, learn their habits, and really, really making sure that you're right for each other.
Right.
Not just rush into things. And there's a number of reasons why people rush into things, and we're going to go into these a little later.
Yeah.
But rushing into things, you tend to miss out a whole lot on the key things that will build a foundation for that relationship. So moving too fast is never a good thing.
No.
In anything.
No.
Not just relationship.
Business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fast decisions are good. You can always make another one. Some say. But I think thoughtful decision is even better.
Yes.
And listen, moving fast in a relationship can lead to problems such as
anxiety,
discomfort, anger, and some other ones. You know,
why are you pointing at me?
Anger. Well, we didn't move fast, but someone had some anger stuff. But you know, it'll be better if, as a couple, you communicate about your needs and boundaries in anything to ensure that the relationship starts on the best note and obviously on the happiest note that you can start.
Right.
But open communication is important.
I agree. And I truly feel like, you know, with nowadays, y'all know what's going on. There's people who are moving faster. Yes, you know, way too fast for me. And I'm like, yo, slow down. What's the rush? If he's gonna be the one, if it's the one, he is the one, regardless if y'all dating for what, a year, 2 years, and then you move in with that person. I'm just saying there is Christian out there also who are moving things too fast, right? Like our culture, we're not raised to be doing things, at a stage where, all right, we see each other today, then we move into your place, and then no. Like if we weren't dating and we
see, she's talking traditional old school way.
But I'm just saying,
These things don't happen this way anymore,
in a way. But
listen,
there's
many kids don't stay at their parents. Many, I'm not saying all, don't stay at their parents until they get married. They kind of go out on their own way before then.
Listen, I have 2 daughters, and they will be here until someone come after college and ask them for marriage, and they will be going one at a time to their spouse. I'm just saying, and this is what I pray and I hope for.
Oh, that's what we've been working on. That's our plan. I know it's traditional. I know it's old school, but that's our plan.
But there's nothing wrong with old school, y'all. Like our parents, they're still married 40 years plus. There's nothing. I just don't get it. People think there's something wrong with old school. Yes, we can mix things up a little bit, modern day, and we do things here and there. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with old school, right?
It's old.
Okay. We're supposed to last
anyway,
old.
Listen, we're getting away from the main topic. So listen, let's go over some signs that can help you detect if things are moving too fast.
Yes.
So moving in quickly together, since we were just talking about it, why not? If your relationship started just a little bit ago and you find that you're already wanting, or maybe your partner already wanting you to move in together, you may have a problem in your head.
I agree.
Because one of the biggest decisions you can make is to get together at a time where you're not ready.
Listen, you got to wait at least a year or 2 to move in together. Or wait until, you and that person know each other well enough to completely honest about everything.
Putting a time frame on it, because we all kind of can move differently when it comes to knowing or learning about the other person.
Yeah.
So it may take me 6 months to know. Well, not that I'm dating, but for someone like me, it may take me maybe 6 months to really get you. Because I'm always prying. I'm always asking questions. I'm always researching. Because if there's anything to know about you in 6 months, I'll know it. And at that point, if we need to move in together, although this was never my plan when we were dating,
right.
But if we need to move together, I'll know enough to move together with you.
Yeah, I couldn't have done that. Yeah. But for me, maybe six to a year, because, I got to pray and wait for the Lord to give me an answer. That's how I feel, because it's true.
Well, yes. If you're religious, by all means, pray.
Yes.
And I think religious people should pray on big decisions that you're making. Yes. Moving in together is a big decision.
It is. Absolutely.
Yeah. And when you're moving together with someone, there's some discussions, there's some conversation you need to be comfortable having. Like openly talk about money.
Right.
That's some things you gotta be able to be able to have that conversation with your partner.
I agree.
Because and you got to look to see how are you currently gelling. Mm-hmm. If you're constantly arguing with this person, this may not be the time to go and move in together.
Yeah.
Because think of how much more arguing you'll be doing.
Right.
So now, and there's usually reasons why people argue.
Yeah.
Misunderstanding is usually the first one.
I agree.
So if you can't quite understand this person and you find out you're arguing, that's not time to move together. And obviously, if you want to keep hiding your money, that's not the time. You're gonna move it with someone.
It's not. I would say, definitely avoid moving with your partner if you feel like, they're pressuring you to do something that you don't want to do. Because sometimes, we ladies would think that we're in love, I'm in love with this person and they want me to do what they want me to do, so I'm gonna do what they want me to do. So the pressure sometimes can be a whole lot, where you tend not to know what to do because they're pressuring you so much, and you feel like, you know what, they want me to move in, so I gotta move in. And I know people actually do it this way, because of the pressure. So it's a terrible move. If you're with someone that's pressuring you, it's a terrible, terrible move, and it's a sign that you should not be moving forward with this person.
Yeah. And one thing with new relationships, sometimes it's difficult to see because, there's butterflies. Well, I've never felt them, but I heard there's such a thing as butterflies. So in new relationships, you're experiencing all this love emotion. Sometimes it's difficult to tell the difference between reality and whatever else is happening.
Yes.
So don't, when you're at that stage, probably makes sense to really slow down.
Reality and fairy tale.
That could be. So sometimes it's difficult to tell the difference.
Yeah.
So someone could be treating you amazingly right now. And believe me, when a relationship first started, a lot of us put up a front.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We tolerate a little bit more.
It's bloom.
Just so we can get with you. And then our true self starts showing up soon after. So if you're not at the stage where you've seen that person's true self, not the time to move in. Not
the time. And I would say the next sign is if you recently had a breakup, y'all. Sometimes I feel like y'all just want to move to the next person because you want to, I guess what you call it, a rebound.
Well, right? When you break up with someone, there's a void there, There's a void, and you may have to fill in the void. Hey,
listen, I'm with someone new.
Well, some people do that, especially if they made it seem to the other person, I can do better without you, whoever they broke up with. So they have to show you that I got someone. I left you last week. I'm already in the hand of someone who's better than you are.
Right.
So if you're rushing into a relationship, you're rushing to get into someone just after a breakup, you need to slow down.
I agree.
Because you could be getting in a relationship for the wrong reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
And believe me, when you just broke up with someone, some of us are vulnerable, which means you'll be put in a position where someone can take advantage of you.
Oof, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then you'll run into another devastation because if someone takes advantage of you, there's no way you're going to feel good after you realize that's the case.
And I think sometimes it's self-esteem sometimes too, self-esteem, self-love, where you don't feel like, I'm good enough. I don't love myself. I need someone outside to love me.
Oh, yeah.
That could be another thing too, where you feel like, man, if I stay by myself, I'm not feel like I'm being loved.
People find reasons.
Yeah.
But if those reasons are not things that you deeply feel like it makes sense for where you are, and believe me, sometimes after a breakup, some of us don't see right. Mm-hmm. Well, I haven't gone through a breakup, but emotionally speaking, when you're going through these emotions, especially if you feel like, if you were in a relationship that you felt like this would have been it, and then you broke up, or maybe you were done wrong, your partner cheated on you, and you're angry, you're pissed, your heart is broken, you're experiencing a number of different emotions. It's not the best place to be in.
It's
and you can do things that you didn't intend to do.
Yeah. And you don't want to be a rebound chick or rebound boy, like, especially if they're not being honest, if they're not telling you that they just had a breakup, that's the messed up part to me. If you like last weekend you were with someone and y'all no longer together, now this weekend we together, I'm gonna feel like you did me wrong because now I feel like you putting all your stuff on me because I'm the new guy or the new girl. But it's so messed up, and I feel like when you break up with someone, you gotta take time for you to heal, right? Take time for you to really learn yourself and know yourself. Maybe you're the problem. Maybe just take yourself out on a date yourself for a little bit until you really find someone else, but don't like bounce from one into the other because it's not fair to the other person at all.
Yeah.
So I say that it's not fair, whether if you're the girl or the guy. And listen, here's another sign. I don't know if you were thinking about this one, babe, but if you don't know each other well enough, you know nothing about your partner, that's an issue.
Well, if this is your first date, you wouldn't know much.
No, but if you barely know about this person, like we met a month ago, how much do you know about me already?
No, but hey, listen, I asked you to marry me. That's cool.
Or we moving in, or you spending time with us, coming to the house, or moving in, or spending time. Yeah. So,
if you don't know much about the person that you are with, so there are certain stages you probably want to stay away from. Now, knowing much, I'm talking about you barely know what this person do for work. I'm talking about the basic things.
Right.
You barely know what to do for work. You've never heard them talk about families, so even though if they even have a family, you probably don't even know much about their lifestyle. Are they a spender? Are they a saver? Are they a cheapskate?
You have no idea.
You have no idea about their friends.
Yeah.
So, we're talking about a complete stranger, literally. You just know this person looks good. They can talk right. They can, if it's a guy, they can take you out and pay for your meals. Yeah. If it's a girl, maybe they can, they make you feel good being around. They look good. If you don't know these things, find out to know these things first before you do other things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when you talk about getting in a relationship, you need to know this person.
Right.
There could be a serial killer in a different town.
Yeah.
And now they're here.
Yeah.
So
listen.
So when we talk about not knowing much, that's what we're talking about. Not knowing some of the very first thing you need to know about something. Yeah. Knowing the basic is important. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know these things before you do anything else, find out what those things are and learn as much of it as you can. This way, if you decided to go the next step with this person, then you know that you're doing it with someone at least you know something about.
Yeah. And I'll say, sometimes, listen, you really need to know this person, especially if you're thinking about a future with that person, because, I wouldn't want to be like, hey, let's come meet my family the next day. I don't even know who you are, Yeah. And I know we talked about, rebound chick or rebound boyfriend or whatever. If you're not over your ex, this is definitely an issue, which we mentioned earlier, right, honey? If
you're not over your ex, you're not ready to get into a relationship with anyone. Get over your ex. If everything is about your ex this, your ex that, you miss your ex, you wish you could do that with your ex, you want to see your ex,
or my ex used to do this for me.
You're texting your ex, but they ignoring your text. If it's all about your ex, you're not ready to be in a relationship. So get over your ex before you do anything else. Because one thing you're gonna do, you're gonna aggravate whomever you're trying to get with.
True.
It'll be awkward.
Yeah.
Because you in love with someone and you're trying to get with someone. So if you can't stop thinking about your ex, you want to be with your ex, you keep harassing your ex, then don't bring someone else in the picture. You're not ready for a new relationship.
Period. Okay. Yes. All that. All that he just said. And y'all, if you met their friends and family after only a few weeks of dating, it is definitely a sign that your relationship pace is too fast, because meeting family is really important milestone to me. And you should not be done this with just like, listen, unless if we are at a barbecue, or we are even at a barbecue.
If you happen to meet them accidentally.
Right.
But then again, you got to look at your relationship to see what makes sense. Yes, I think a couple of weeks dating and meeting the family, that's soon. Because after a couple of weeks, you don't even know who this person is. No. I don't need to know your family.
I need to know you, like, really know who you are. You first. And then maybe 6 or down to a year.
No, I don't think you should take that long to meet the family. But I'd say I got to know you, because when you meet someone's family, it's serious.
It's a big deal.
Right? If you haven't decided whether or not this person is the right person, you don't want to meet their family.
No.
And you can't decide if the right person if you don't know them.
I'll be very uncomfortable.
Know them first. Maybe know some of their friends. Mm-hmm. But the family thing, kind of leave it last. Because when you know it, you know what? I'm good. I think this is it. Everything I'm looking for is here. Then meet the family. Because if you meet the family today and tomorrow, you're like, crap.
Yeah.
I made the wrong mistake.
I feel like, when it comes to meet the family, it's like you and I need to have a talk first.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, babe, I feel like, we're being in this for 6 to 9 months or a year.
Not that I invite you to a barbecue and before you know it,
right,
I'm meeting the family.
No, we need to talk about it first. Now, he may not be ready. He may not be ready for me to meet his family and friends, because he may feel like, you know what? And I don't think he'll be hiding something. He has to be comfortable for me to be that girl to meet his family, because it's a big deal for us. Okay. It's a big deal for Caribbean, old school parents. When you meet the family,
you in. You see, meet the family. There's no going out. You in.
Yeah. My husband and I, although you knew my parents.
Yeah, but I didn't meet him, as your boyfriend.
Yes, we were just, church members, and I'll see him. He was in the youth group. That's how we met. He was in the youth group, but, he'll go to his side of the church. I'll go to my side of the church, although we were dating. But I really needed to know my boyfriend first, before I'm like, all right, mom and dad. Although my parents may have, an idea who he was.
I know the moment that she brought me in and she said I was this, it was locked and loaded. I couldn't go anywhere.
This is how Haitian parents are. This is how we are.
Well, the modern day ones are not that way. Let me just clear it out.
No, old school parents. I'm sure there's still some old school parents out there. Mm-hmm. Once you have this formal, hey, mom and dad, this is Joe. This
Once
is
you've
Bob.
been introduced.
This is Billy. This is who. This is Sarah. This is
whomever.
Nicole. Yeah, I'm dating her. Now we know. Now, mind you bring somebody else 6 months later, and they're like, okay, what happened to Sarah? Or what happened to Bob? Yeah, it's not cool. It's not cute. So now you got to force to make this work because she or he already met the parents and the family likes her or likes him. Now things are awkward. Y'all not together anymore. And now it becomes where I need to make it work because you already met my family and friends.
You don't want to put in that position.
And imagine if they really, really like the girl, like your girlfriends or you like your boyfriend. Now it's going to be on you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, take your time, y'all. Really, like I said from the beginning, if this is yours, whether it takes 6 months, a year to really have the baby steps and slow things down, he's going to be there for as long as you want him to. Or she's going to be there for as long as you want her to. So there's no rush. So now, guys, let's go ahead and talk about how you can handle relationship that seems to be moving too fast. Okay, my husband gonna give you his honest from a man point of view.
Oh, I think, listen, when it comes to this, be honest. If you think things are moving too fast, lay it out. Baby, I'm not ready for this step now. Let's slow it down. Mm-hmm. I'm not ready to meet your parents. Mm-hmm. I need to know you. Mm-hmm. We've only been dating. We've only gone in 4 dates.
Yeah.
We need to know. No, I'm not ready for this. Now, be open and be honest. Mm-hmm. If you're uncomfortable with something, lay it out there.
Yeah.
Because sometimes your partner may not even aware that you feel this way.
Right.
And if you don't bring it up, then things will keep moving. And before you know it, you got pissed. You left.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
From the get-go, you realize that something's not quite. Mm-hmm. Your next date, this is the conversation we have. Now, not that you're breaking up or anything. You're laying it out. Mm-hmm. It's moving too fast. Mm-hmm. These are the reasons why I think it is. Mm-hmm. And this is what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
If that person really care about you, they'll understand.
Yeah. Their reaction will tell you everything. Yeah. Their reaction will tell you whether if they agree or not. And if they don't agree with you, then there goes your answer.
There we go.
Yes.
Now, work on yourself. None of us is perfect. Mm-hmm. Try to spend time building the best version of yourself, especially if you came off a rough relationship, you're dealing with your own issues, you've got self-esteem problems, you got self-image problems. Mm-hmm. Be true to yourself because self-reflection can help you develop a strong identity. So if you're going through some self-issues, fix that before you get with someone.
Amen.
If you get with someone and you know that that's the case, now I don't say take your dirty laundry and dump it on this person from the first date. Mm-hmm. But if you feel this is someone you really care about and you want to see if you can build a future, if you're dealing with some stuff, it's okay to bring it up.
Yeah.
Because this person, if they really see a future with you, they'll be there to help you.
Agree.
But work on yourself and take a break sometimes, especially if you just broke up with someone. You don't have to jump and get in someone else's bed. No. Take a break. Maybe go out on weekends with your friends. I'm sure you would have some friends or family members that you can hang out with. Mm-hmm. Do that. Sometimes, when things in a relationship is moving too fast, especially if you had jumped in, take a break, take a week, take a couple of weeks, do something to pause a little. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're already with someone, yes, they may have concern. Why are we pausing? That's where honesty comes in.
Right.
I need to pause. Not that I'm going to go date someone else. No, I need to go hang out with my friends a little bit. This weekend, I'm taking off. For the next couple of weeks, yes, if you need me, you can get me. But I'm going to be off this for a little bit. So it's okay to take a break.
Yeah.
And if your partner can understand that you need to take a break, sometimes you feel things moving too fast, then they're probably not the right person for you.
Or you can be friends.
That too. So is your relationship moving too fast? That's for you to decide.
Right.
You know, everybody in every relationship is unique.
Yeah.
You know, and you'll be able to detect if your relationship is moving too fast by some of the things that we talked about, you know. And once you do, just be sincere with yourself and with the person that you're with, and discuss it openly with your partner.
Yeah.
And you'll find that they should be ready to listen. Now, if it's you who's on the receiving end where your partner will have a conversation with you, be open to listen. You know, trying not to influence their response, trying to change their words and trying to make it seem like everything should be fine. No, listen with an open mind.
Listen to understand.
Listen to understand. I like that. Listen, because many times some of us, we are so into ourselves. The person says, let's talk. We already have an answer for them. They haven't said anything, but they have an answer. But
Sometimes you do that.
no, I don't do that. but be willing to listen.
Just kidding.
Because there's always some valid point that your partner may need to make. And if you're not ready to listen, you may miss out on the point. But you know what? Relationships are complicated stuff. And dealing with people, we are complicated as people.
Hello.
We have emotions. We have feelings.
We have issues.
We have issues.
Point the finger.
Our past
babe.
experience would play a role into how we feel and how we treat the person that we're with. We discuss all of this. That doesn't mean they're all easy. It means that there are things that we can work on when we're in a relationship. And sometimes there are relationships that move fast. There may be good reason why they move fast. And it may be the best thing that ever happens to you to get into a relationship that moves fast. So just because it's moving fast, that doesn't mean it's always bad. It may mean that you're up in age and you were ready, and both of you were ready. So you got married in 2 months, and you probably live happily ever after. So know your relationship, know the person that you're with, and do what you think is best.
Yes.
However, if you feel your relationship is moving too fast and you have issues with it, speak about it and let your partner know. So thank you everybody for listening to our podcast on do you feel that your relationship is moving too fast? Please remember to share, like, and subscribe, and click on the bell notification so you can be notified when these videos come out. We appreciate all of you guys who's been supporting the channel, and leave some comments. We appreciate that because that gives us an opportunity to learn from you as well. So thank you very much for listening.
Yeah.
And until next Saturday, peace.
Bye.